It is 3:38 p.m. on Friday, February 5th, 2021, and you are listening to episode 5 of the Pass Pro podcast. I'm your host, Nigel Cornelius, and today we will be previewing the Super Bowl Sunday matchup, giving my predictions for the NFL Honors Awards that'll be going out Saturday night, and talking about the blockbuster Matt Stafford trade that happened over the past week. To start this episode off, what happened first. Instead of doing the games first, talk about the first thing that happened, which would have been the Matt Stafford trade. Earlier this week, I can't remember the exact day, it was announced that the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions had made a trade. Matt Stafford would now be going to the LA Rams for 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and Jared Goff. Basically, they had to pay 2 first-round picks to get rid of Jared Goff's contract because it's that fucking bad. In the end, though, those first-round picks are probably going to be late first-rounders, and they're in 2022 and 2023. I still think, unless the Rams win the Super Bowl, the Lions won this trade. Yeah, Goff sucks, but in 2 years you can cut him, fully rebuild. You got 2 first-round picks. On the other hand, I do think the Rams overpaid, but getting Goff's contract off the books is going to be huge. Because to be honest, Jared Goff isn't what they're worth. Sean McVay needs a better quarterback, and now they have it. Matt Stafford's a dog. People forget just because he got stuck in shithole Detroit that he's actually a friggin' amazing QB. The Rams get their new QB. Detroit gets to finally start the rebuild with Motor City Dan Campbell and his biting kneecap speeches. And this is actually, depending on how this goes, this could be a win for both teams. I'm giving it to Detroit right now, but I don't think it's like robbery like everybody's calling it out to be. And some other news, Deshaun Watson's, they're still getting offers. Don't know if he'll move, but the rumor mill starting that Denver could be the place for him. I think it's actually a really nice fit in Denver. He's going to have a good defense, which is nice, obviously. Good defense, weapons like Noah Fant, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. I think that'll be fine. And the other talk is about half hour ago. We don't know how credible this is, but it was reported that the Bears are likely to land Carson Wentz. If I'm a Bears fan, I'm not really happy about this. Yeah, he could return to 2017 MVP form, but how likely is that? He looked pretty fucking broken last year. And with that cap hit, that contract, I think you're just better off to take a rookie and risk it. I mean, Ryan Pace is a fucking idiot, so there's a good shot the Bears do end up with Carson Wentz, and Bears fans want to jump off a bridge for it. But, you never know. Maybe he returns to form and people look stupid. Yeah, so he could return to form, make people look stupid. We don't know. I don't think he will, but I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. It'll be interesting to see. Moving on to what will happen Saturday night. The NFL Honors, which is where they give away the yearly awards, which are MVP, Most Valuable Player, OPOY, or Offensive Player of the Year, DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year. MVP, Most Valuable Player, my prediction, and honestly, if he doesn't win it, it's horseshit, is Aaron Rodgers. It's not even the bias coming in. Aaron Rodgers this year had 4,299 yards, 51 total TDs, 48 of those passing, a 70.7 completion percentage, a 9.6 touchdown to interception ratio, meaning he was throwing almost 10 touchdowns for every 1 interception, because he only threw 5 this year. And a 121.5 passer rating, second only in NFL history, only to his 2011 season, where he also won MVP. This is also interesting when the NFL at the end of the year does their top 100 players show. Every year, Aaron Rodgers has been left out of the top 10. He goes and wins the MVP next year. I know people are there could be an argument for Josh Allen or Derrick Henry, but though Derrick Henry had a great season, his rushing yards are inflated considering his yards per scrimmage wasn't even a top 30 running back season ever. And Josh Allen didn't do as well as Aaron Rodgers. Still had a great season, but Aaron Rodgers had one of the greatest quarterback seasons in NFL history. Moving on to Offensive Player of the Year, this is where I think Derrick Henry gets his award. I could easily also see it going to Devontae Adams or Travis Kelce, but Derrick Henry just became the 8th running back to rush for over 2,000 yards, putting up 2,027 yards, 17 touchdowns with a 5.4 yards per carry. Put in perspective, the average running back gets around 4. That's where you want them to be, 4 yards per carry. So 5.4 is fucking good. Henry had an unreal season. I think they ran him into the dirt the last few games, and that's why he didn't look as good in the playoffs. But I think Offensive Player of the Year is his. I don't think I could see it going to Devontae Adams or Travis Kelce, but I just think Derrick Henry takes it. For Defensive Player of the Year, my pick is TJ Watt, but I'd prefer to see Aaron Donald win it, but I think because of voter fatigue, I think TJ Watt wins it, and he's super deserving. In 15 games, TJ Watt put up 15 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 7 passes defended, and an interception from a pass rusher spot. Really dominant on that Pittsburgh defense, one of the best, if not the best, edge rusher in the league. I think he takes it home this year, even though Aaron Donald from interior D-line plays unreal, best defensive player in the NFL. It's just voter fatigue and the fact that TJ Watt had an unreal season. For Offensive Rookie of the Year, the 2 candidates I think are now the 2 Justins, Justin Jefferson and Justin Herbert. For me, I have it as Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert broke 8 rookie quarterback records and had the single greatest rookie QB season ever. 36 total TDs. He broke both the total and passing TDs record. 10 interceptions for a rookie. That's pretty good. 4,336 yards. He was 34 yards short of breaking Andrew Luck's rookie yards record. 66.6 completion percentage and 98.3 passer rating. Though his team didn't get a lot of wins, Justin Herbert proved one thing that I've had a theory on for a while. Project QBs are always the better QBs to take. If you're looking at the QBs in this year's draft, Tua Tagovailoa and Joe Burrow were the 2 safe QBs. Justin Herbert and Jordan Love were their risks. Justin Herbert just had the greatest single rookie QB season ever. Joe Burrow got hurt but looked good, and Tua, I think he'll be fine, but didn't have the greatest season. If you go to the 2018 NFL Draft, you have Baker Mayfield, who wasn't the highest toted, but he wasn't exactly a project. Then you have the 2 safest QBs, Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen currently is on the 49ers practice squad. Sam Darnold looks like a bust in New York that's going to be replaced. The 2 biggest projects from that draft were Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson won MVP last year. Josh Allen was in the MVP consideration and is likely a top 5 quarterback. You go back to 2017. The best quarterback out of that draft was the risk in Patrick Mahomes. He was seen as a risky candidate. He is now arguably one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play the game. Even you go back as early as 2005. There was Alex Smith, the safe. Aaron Rodgers, the risk. Aaron Rodgers, as the project QB, is now known as one of the greatest to ever play the game. In the modern NFL, you need to stop looking at the potentially low floor and look at the damn ceiling for these players, because project QBs go through the goddamn roof. And then, I guess to get back on topic, Defensive Rookie of the Year, I think it'll go to Chase Young. Could also go to Jeremy Chin, safety out of Carolina, and I see no issue. But Chase Young, edge rusher out of Washington, had 7.5 sacks, 4 passes defended, 4 forced fumbles, 10 tackles for a loss, and a defensive touchdown. Looked like he was top 10 in both run and pass rush win rate. Really, really good pass rusher. That Washington defense is going to be set. Absolutely set for years to come. And I think Chase Young is going to be the anchor of that. And then finally, with Comeback Player of the Year, I could see this going to Big Ben, but honestly, with what he's been through, give Alex Smith the award. Change the award to the Alex Smith Comeback of the Player of the Year award. This guy, his leg got brutally snapped, 17 surgeries, almost had his leg amputated, almost died due to infection in his leg, and he just played football this year. He should have never touched a football field again, but he persevered, he came back, and yeah, his stats weren't amazing, but he came back and he played football again. That, in my mind, is enough to get that award. I could see giving it to Ben Roethlisberger, who had a pretty decent year after coming off elbow surgery. But to me, that is Alex Smith. He battled through everything to come back and play football, and he did. And it's truly incredible the fact that we got to watch Alex Smith play football again in 2020, considering what happened. And now, finally, let's go into Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. The Chiefs and the Bucs. Should be a really good game. I personally think the Chiefs will win. I know if you look at their game earlier this year, it was only a 3-point difference and the Chiefs won. But, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. And last year, the 49ers defense was one of the best in the league. And it was proved that you can't hold them back. And even in that game against the Bucs, the first half, him and Tyreek Hill rained hell among that Bucs secondary. One that really didn't hold Aaron Rodgers that well in check. And if the Chiefs play like they did last week, again, the Bucs, their defense played really well, but Tom Brady can't throw 3 interceptions against the Chiefs. Because though the Packers didn't capitalize, the Chiefs will. The Chiefs absolutely will. If the Chiefs come out and play as dominant as they did against the Bills as they do the Bucs, then this is Chiefs. I think Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in the game right now, one of the best, if not the best offensive-minded coach ever. I could see the Bucs winning it, but I have the Chiefs. Looking at the bets for this week, I don't know if I'd touch any. The line's 3, so you could take the Chiefs, but the odds aren't really anything nice. I'm looking now, none of the odds are screaming. If you want to make prop bets, there's definitely some prop bets you could go make, but I don't really have any recommendations for those. I could see the Chiefs offense either doing what it's done before, which is go hot and cold, or just coming out and firing on all cylinders. I think this game largely falls on the Chiefs defense, which if it can hold Tom Brady to roughly 24-ish points, I think the Chiefs will win. That's what they held them to last time with a couple interceptions, and that's with the Chiefs playing hot and cold. I think they come out hot. I think Mahomes and Andy Reid getting their back-to-back Super Bowl. They do the repeat. It's incredible. I could see the Bucs winning. I just don't think it's very likely. So, shorter episode this week with everything going on. So yeah, that's going to be everything for this week. Make sure to check out my social media at PassProPod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and thanks for listening.